stop what he did on court ever.
Okay, no.
Well,
Gambling all that money
well,
away, betting
And
on
well.
I
What you
don't,
got to
I
say,
don't
man on the street?
LeBron
What
no,
you got to
no.
say?
Okay, you want to talk? You want to
I
talk
don't
Hold
about
think
on, Tim.
agree?
Tim, let man on
Agree.
the street talk. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna
Man on
say
the street.
this. I'm gonna say this. Michael Jordan was protected by the media because who he was and what he did for the NBA.
Right.
We all could say here, but talk about his off the court because we all know he had a gambling issue. We
Right.
all know that. We all know that.
That's right.
So Michael Jordan was protected because he was the face of the NBA.
That's right.
There was no social media back then. Now, if there was social media like it was now back then, we'd be talking a whole different story. And what
That's
Tim
right.
was saying about Kobe Bryant was the face of the NBA at the time because Mike was on his back leg, and then Kobe Bryant was damn near a copycat of
Carbon
Michael
copy.
Jordan, a
Yes.
carbon copy. Yeah, you know what I mean.
He
But
got
Yeah.
humbled.
when he got in that situation, everybody did look at Kobe a different way because
It did.
that's when the social media started to kick in. But I'm going back to what the professor said. He said something about who is the greatest. Who he asked Tim Dog who he considered the greatest in football. And I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
We
say
already
I'm gonna
agreed to
say
this though.
no. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna agree with Tim Dog too. When he said about your character does something when people look at you. When they look at you about how your greatness is. Perfect example. T.O. was the second with the most yards in the NFL behind Jerry Rice. I think T.O. had the second touchdown too behind Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
But because T.O. wasn't the perfect player, he didn't make the first ballot in the Hall of Fame. So
Right.
I agree with Tim Dog. But what he's saying is that your character does have something to deal with when you look at your whole career in a whole, because that's how people look at you. Now, if people had to know that Michael Jordan was sleeping around, because we know he was sleeping around. Yeah, y'all don't want to hear that, but you know he was sleeping around.
Man,
If
come
social
on,
media,
man.
if social media was back at the time when Michael Jordan was playing, we won't be having this conversation. I'm telling you, y'all know it, and I know it too. And I know y'all gonna say, well, one thing doesn't have nothing to do with the other, but it actually
It
does.
does.
It does. It
I mean,
does.
you,
And with Michael Jordan, I'm not saying that Michael Jordan is not a GOAT. I'm not saying that Michael Jordan is not a
Nope.
GOAT.
I'm not saying
I'm
that
just
either.
saying, I'm just saying that an 18-year-old coming out of high school, going to a team that had a losing record, from having a losing record to going to damn near 40 wins the next season, taking a scrub team to the NBA Finals. Hey, hands down, it's LeBron. It's
well,
LeBron. It's look.
because
I'm gonna say this. Then I'm gonna turn it to the professor. Then we're gonna go to Pharaoh. Then we go to Tim Dog. Then we gonna move on. That's what makes me think of LeBron because you never hear any bad thing about LeBron. I don't care if you try to find it. 21 years in the league, what he's done in his community, speaking on social media, social justice. Because I don't know. I'm gonna say allegedly. When they asked Michael Jordan to speak on something, what did Michael Jordan say? Allegedly, I don't know if he said it. I wasn't there. What did he say? He said white people buy shoes too.
No. He said Republicans.
Well, Republicans then.
Same difference.
No.
No,
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
No, because we got a
No, it
bunch of
isn't.
black Republicans out there. So thank you,
That's right.
Farrell, for correcting me. He said Republicans buy shoes too.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Professor. I'm turning it over to you.
well, my thing is, and I don't want to keep harping on it. Assholes are always great players, and we don't look because of social media. We want to look at people's outside lives. Who gave a damn about what Wilt Chamberlain and all them did back in the '60s and '70s? And you know they did some shit, but nobody cared about that because nobody would put their business out there. LeBron puts his business out there constantly to say, "See, I'm a good Negro. I'm the harmless Negro. People love me." I mean, you're great.
We call him Sambo.
You don't have to say it. That's all I'm saying. His off the court stuff don't make him great on the court. He's a good player on the court, and I've never taken anything away from what the man can do on the court because he can do shit I could never do.
Exactly.
But to me, he's not my greatest. He's just
Exactly.
not. And
Okay.
and the saying that he's been in the league 20 years only proves the point that yeah, he's great at longevity, and all of his records that he's gotten are because of his longevity.
I got something to rebuttal with you on that one. I know we're talking about basketball, but who has the most rushing yards in the NFL?
Emmett,
Is he the best running back in everybody's mind?
not even close.
Did he stay in longer in order to get those
To get
points,
the record,
those
exactly,
yards? So with that
exactly.
being said, every great person that we know in history has had a bad past. Every great person you know of in history has a dark side. So why? How does that take away from their production on the court, or if they are author, or if they're a painter, or if they're a football player, if they're a politician? Name somebody who's been great that has a polished career.
See. No,
No,
let me say.
because
Let me say.
y'all brought all this
No, hold on.
You asked
Hey,
the question.
Please enlighten me.
Hey, Pharaoh. Let me say this. Let me say this. So what you saying is, if Jordan had a chance to play longer, you don't think Jordan want to play longer?
He showed he didn't want to. He left.
That's right. But that's
You-
his personal opinion, though.
No.
That's his personal thing.
Because reason why I brought that up in Jordan retirement in his Hall of Fame speech, Jordan made it a point that he could still play. He made it a point, and he even said it. So why would you say something that about LeBron? LeBron is still at the peak of his game. LeBron is still playing at the level that he came
Barry
in at.
Sanders could have stayed played longer than he did, but he didn't.
But we not talking about Barry Sanders.
But
we talking about Michael. No, hold on.
You guys are talking about building schools.
No.
and shit. We can talk about everybody.
Let me finish what I gotta say. If Jordan had a chance with the way the technology is now, you trying to tell me that Jordan would still be in the NBA? If he could have, barring all the injuries that he may have had, he would have still been in the NBA. And that's what I'm trying to say. That's why I put LeBron up there, because he goes out there and he does speak on social justice. Matter if he get hit left or right. Michael Jordan didn't do that. He didn't do that.
He had to.
See, that's what I keep saying.
He was put in a position
He was
to
the
do
face
that.
of the league. He had to. They couldn't let the face of the league not succeed.
So what you're trying to say is that LeBron is not the face of the league?
I said
No,
he
we
was.
didn't say that. We just said he had to because he was the face.
He had to succeed because he was the face of the league. The face of the league cannot be seen as a failure.
He had to.
Could not. He had to succeed. They had to
He's
make
putting-
sure he
he was
succeeded.
basically put in a
Why
position
now
where
the
he
rule,
had to say
which is why defensive rules changed. You can't have a center underneath the basket like you could with Jordan. Jordan had to fight to get to the hole. LeBron
Y'all
never
sound
had.
just like those people who want to vote for Trump.
What?
You just stubborn, don't want to.
Man, stop it, Tim. Stop it.
Like I say, we're gonna agree to disagree. Y'all got your joint stands, and like the professor say, he called me a LeBron.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry,
Like the
man.
Michael Jordan Air Ones. Sniffing his horns.
I did like that.
But we gonna agree to disagree. Y'all think that Jordan is the GOAT. I think that LeBron is the GOAT. And I know that Bill Russell is saying to himself, I got 11 rings. None of them could top me. But y'all consider him a GOAT. So
Well,
hey,
no.
he
If you look at it, Phil Jackson, ain't nobody because Phil Jackson will be a GOAT.
Phil Jackson not a GOAT.
No, he has
No.
5. He has 9 rings as a coach and 2 rings as a player.
No. Phil Jackson was the star of the team, though. Phil Jackson was not a star of a team. No, it's different. Being a coach and a player is totally different. So Pharaoh, man, you could save that. You could save that point. So
He's still
right
got
there, you're
11
wrong.
rings. Hey,
No.
Robert
no.
Horry has 7. I mean, come on.
I was gonna bring up
Yeah,
Rory.
but Robert. So see, with that point, we're right there for Pharaoh, man. You know you lost me on that one, because for you saying that, was Robert Horry the focal point of the offense?
No, man,
God,
you
no.
guys,
Okay,
But
then. So you just
I
asked
bring
you.
that up.
I
I
heard
bring that
Ron
up
Sexual say
because
that
we're talking
Ori
about
was
different
better than Jordan
eras.
because he had 7 rings despite him being a role player.
Yeah, I'm saying,
Yeah.
man.
There's people on the bench that got a ring. So
We
Oh,
know
so
this.
no.
And people on IR got a ring.
So the I'm glad you brought up Robert Ory. So what you trying to tell me is because Robert Ory has 7 rings, he's better than Iverson. He's better than Charles Barkley. He's better
No,
than
I'm
John
saying
Stockton. No. You brought it up. You brought it up. So he's better. Is he better than Barkley? He's better than Iverson.
no.
Is
You
he?
going too far
No.
back.
Is he better than John
LeBron
Stockton,
James.
Malone?
LeBron James.
Is he better than LeBron James?
I
Is he?
don't talk about them other folks. We're saying
No,
since you want to bring it up,
no.
he
You
has
brought
7 rings. That
you
means
brought
he's better than LeBron James. Then.
no. Then he better than Jordan too.
Okay. Okay.
See how I laid that trap for you. You fell right into it.
No. Okay.
So it should be
It's still
not us
opinion based, is it not?
So we should not be saying that LeBron. It should not be between LeBron James and Jordan, who's the GOAT. It should be between I think Havlicek got 6 or 7. I think Havlicek got 7. Bill Russell got 11, I think, and Robert Ory got 7. So that's the talk we should be having right now. Then
Okay.
Yes, and we can have that talk because see that's what I keep saying about
Okay.
Won't last long.
it won't last long at all.
title. Because he has a scoring title. That's it.
Professor, go ahead, Professor. Go ahead and say what you got to say.
So I'm saying that everybody wants to make that argument about LeBron being the GOAT because he has a scoring title when the scoring title was what never really mattered to anybody. It was always
It ain't just
championship.
the scoring title though.
It
It's
is.
not just that.
It is.
But that's not fair. That's not that. No, but see, your compadre, he brought up the 10 scoring titles or the 7 or 6.
You know what's
He
so
brought that
funny?
up, and he talked about
but-
Jordan because Jordan had all those scoring titles. That's not what he.
But-
I didn't say that. He brought that up. So see, that's what I'm trying to say. It's who you like and who you prefer. Like I say, with me,
I told you I was a Charles Barkley fan. But the debate is LeBron or Jordan, and I chose Jordan over the
exactly. And what it boils down to, and this is I want people out here that does watch this podcast, and make sure you subscribe. I gotta make sure you get this. Make sure you subscribe to 2 Cigars and a Blunt podcast on YouTube. Hit that
by the
subscribe
way-
button.
By the way, your man Jamie Graham, I got to put him on there. Your man Jamie Graham, what did he say? What did he say? Jamie Graham, what did he say? Hold on a second, man. He's like,
That's
he
that-
said,
That's that Florida education system right there.
No. He says without a doubt, is Michael Jordan. That's my man Jamie Graham right there. He sent a picture of all the Jordan shoes he has. So I'm just saying.
Now we talk about the shoes.
What have shoes?
Now we talk about the shoes. Okay.
Where you see these
I'm
elements,
gonna leave that way that I'm not even gonna talk about the shoes. All right. The shoes are iconic by itself. Now I'm not gonna say I never had a pair of Jordan. I think I had the Jordan 4s or 5s. One of them motherfuckers I had.
I've never actually
But-
had a pair.
I did.
you
I
want
did.
to talk about
I
shoes?
did.
Let's talk about
Oh
shoes.
no. Look. Professor, you said this, Professor, and I want you be the first one. Then we go to Tim, because me and King, we're gonna agree on this one. Who do you consider the GOAT in football?
In football, for me,
For you,
I'm gonna just say the person I saw play who I always thought was the greatest was Jerry Rice
okay.
because I
Fair
saw
enough.
him play.
Now, I'm gonna ask before you say why you think the Jerry Rice is the greatest of all time. I mean, at all positions now.
And
Not the GOAT on football. Out of all positions, why do you think that Jerry Rice is the GOAT?
because Jerry Rice came from nothing and made himself the greatest at his position, whether or not you want to say that. He made himself one of the greatest, if not the greatest, at his position, coming from Mississippi Valley State or whatever Mississippi college he came from. He didn't go to a big name
he went to
and got his
HBCU.
name out like that. who
Okay.
came from absolutely nothing and made himself good. Because if you watch Jerry play, he wasn't the fastest on the team on any
That's
field.
true.
He was strong.
No, that's true.
No.
That's
But
true.
once he caught the ball, he was gone.
That's true.
Yeah.
You right about that. He wasn't the
Yeah.
fastest.
Yeah, very
He put
deceptive
him in
speed.
position to always make sure he had the best opportunity to put the ball in his hands and go.
That's right.
He
Okay.
ran good routes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Tim Dog. Who you consider the best, the GOAT? You had to pick one player. Who would you consider to be?
That's hard. Man.
You want us
We
to come
got-
back to you?
Yeah.
You mean to come back, Tim Dog?
Because I'm thinking
Okay, we're gonna come back to
Walter
Tim Dog.
Payton. Walter Payton.
Who? Walter Payton?
Put it out there. Walter Payton.
Okay.
Oh, coming from Gravelly.
Jim
You
Brown.
coming from
This is
Gravelly.
why Walter Payton and Jim Brown.
Okay. All right. Pharaoh, I know you're gonna say the same person. So
Yeah, so it don't matter.
who it is?
It's Lawrence Taylor.
Say no more. Say no more. Say no goddamn more.
I'm ready to go, coach.
Say no goddamn more.
Hey,
Oh, I'm juiced up, baby. Let's go.
hey, you can say what you want to say about him
Hey.
because we went between Deion Sanders and Lawrence Taylor because they both transited the game in their positions. Not so much like you have for receivers. Pretty much you had some good receivers. They really didn't do anything different, right? Because Terrell Owens, to me, would be that receiver that changed the size of the receivers and
Yes.
how the cornerbacks and safeties had to play them.
Yes.
But with Lawrence Taylor,
Yes.
the whole offense was jacked up. He created the strip sack. The left, what Chuck say? Would you say the left guard started getting paid more because
Left guard started getting paid because of Lawrence Taylor.
That's right. He changed the whole defense. He was a one-man wrecking crew on a
Exactly.
field of 22 people.
Exactly.
I don't care if he had 20 lines of coke before he got out there. That joker still was one-man wrecking crew on that damn field.
Hey, Pharaoh. Hey, Pharaoh. Hey, I say this to me. I know everybody talk about Tom Brady. He got 7 rings, but Lawrence Taylor is the greatest football player of all time. I love Jim Brown. I love Barry Sanders. I love the way that they run the ball.
Joe Montana with the Joe Montana.
I love Joe Montana. Joe Montana 4-0. He 4-0. He 4-0 in Super Bowls.
That's
but Lawrence
4
Taylor.
trips, 4 wins.
That's right. Lawrence Taylor to me is the greatest football player of all time because of what Pharaoh said, because of the strip sack, because he could drop back in coverage, because he had the speed to cover any place he want to go, because he got the left guard paid. That's why the left guard is probably the highest paid lineman in football now because of Lawrence Taylor. They're always looking for that person, especially if you got a good defensive end and a good linebacker. Lawrence Taylor changed the game.
That's right.
You will never see, I know a lot of people try to say Michael Parsons. He will never be a Lawrence Taylor to me.
Not even close.
It's awful.
Because Lawrence Taylor, because just like he said on a podcast, he said that, yeah, I used to get drunk. I used to get high the night before the game, but he goes out there and ball. So to me, when you talk about GOATs, when we talk about football, it's always going to be Lawrence Taylor because of what he did, and he changed the game in the NFL. If I'm wrong, fellas.
Everybody was wearing number 56 after that.
Yes, exactly.
Everybody. All top linebackers started wearing 56.
Let me tell you something. Me saying Jerry Rice, let me tell you where this coming from. This coming from a dyed-in-the-wool Saints fan, born and raised and will die a Saints fan. And I loved watching Jerry play. And Jerry made 2 quarterbacks Hall of Famers.
Yes.
That's why. Like I said, that's why for me it was always Jerry. As much as he killed the Saints, I still loved watching him play.
Yeah.
Phil. What's the dude? King used to play with the Giants. Phil. What's the quarterback?
Sims.
Phil Sims. He the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
Lawrence Taylor got him into the Hall of Fame.
Because the damn shit wasn't the offense.
Can't argue with that at all.
What was his famous line? Let's go out here like a crazy dogs.
The only player that I see that's a caliber of a Lawrence Taylor. It's a couple of them. It's my man number.
Michael Strahan.
No, no, hell no,
No,
hell
no,
no.
no,
Damn, Michael Strahan.
no.
Goddamn, the dude from Baltimore, Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis had that same mentality.
Yeah.
I put him in that same vein as Lawrence Taylor because Ray Lewis could have changed the outcome of a game. That defense that they had in 2000.
And he won Super
Derek
Bowl
Thomas,
MVP.
another one. Another one. That's another
Gone
one.
too
But
soon.
going too soon. And oh man, it's slipping my mind right now, but it's gonna come to me. It's gonna come to me once because I've been drinking all day, ladies and gentlemen. But Lawrence Taylor to me is the GOAT of all time. All right. But hey, great conversation, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, I'm glad y'all tuned in. Professor, you gonna be back next week?
I will.
Okay then. All right then. Let you know, Professor. What we usually do is we get together on Monday and we discuss the topic that we want. Because this is not a dictatorship. We talk about the topics that we want to talk about. So if you got something that you want us to talk about, hey, make sure you say, hey, this is what I want us to talk about. And we're gonna agree to disagree. If we not want to talk about it, we not gonna talk about it. So if you got something that you want us to talk about, hey man, by all means, make sure you get it together and we'll talk about it. But before we go, since Po Boy not here, that's your brother, ladies and gentlemen.
Man.
The professor is actually my partner, King Pharaoh's brother-in-law. Tim Dolph would be more friend, and I call him my brother too. And the reason why I call him my brother is this. Professor, you might not know this. I'm gonna say this. You probably say, damn, the man on the street is winded. But I was trying to start a podcast, and I know King hear this story. Yeah. I was trying to get Pharaoh King on here for the longest. I said, Pharaoh, do a podcast with me, man. And he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it for nothing, man. He wouldn't do it. But one day I was drinking and I was watching Deion Sanders, Colorado Buffaloes, play against Nebraska. And I saw your brother, because you know your brother, he ugly as hell. You the good looking brother. He ugly.
I always thought so.
Okay. But I called him up. I said, man, I want to do a podcast. Would you do it with me? And he said, man, of course. You know your brother. This is what he said. I say, Major, I'm gonna do a podcast. You do it with me? You like, okay. And that's where it started. And that's where Two Cigars and a Blunt started at, me and Major. And then we brought my brother, which is his brother-in-law. And then we brought our partner Melvin on. So now, welcome to say I want to be the first one to welcome you to I've been drinking to Two Cigars and a Blunt podcast. So make sure you get your stuff together. I'm glad to have you. And this is the type of conversation that we want to have. We agree to disagree, but we all still brothers and we all still friends at the end of the day. But with me saying that, usually Po Boy from the boot have a poem. So you need to get something together before we sign off to let the people know about something. So before we signed off, Tim Dog, what you got to say to the people?
What I got to say to the people is, no matter who your idol is, basketball, football, hockey, lacrosse, rugby, be a fan, but don't be a fuckhead. Don't take it too serious.
Goddamn.
Oh no. What I'm saying is, some people take stuff too far. Going out getting gun shoots, like bow bow. Remember, it's all entertainment. The athletes are here to entertain us and for us to have fun. It's good to
modern day gladiators. You're right.
Hey. But anyway, that just goes to, just be safe, be careful, and just enjoy the sports. Don't get arrested or convicted of being.
Don't get consumed. Don't get
there
consumed.
You go.
By
Don't
it.
get consumed.
Yeah.
Just like on the internet, you can't believe everything.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you. Hey, good thing. Pharaoh King, what you got to say to the people?
So you already know, I love my man James Baldwin. He's always inspirational. So I got a great quote on change from him. You ready?
I got you.
Now,
Go ahead,
everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. And you already know what that means.
That's
Don't
right.
even have to go into it.
Okay. Professor, I'm putting you on the spot.
No problem. Look,
What you got for the people?
I'm gonna tell you all what I always tell everybody. If something on your mind, don't be afraid to say it. because it might be wrong to some people, but it might touch somebody in a way you don't expect. It might touch somebody else in a way that don't even touch you. So always say what's on your mind, because as long as you do that, you ain't wrong.
I hear that.
You
And
know,
ladies and gentlemen,
that pretty much piggybacks off of what I was saying about facing change.
Yeah.
exactly.
You know, say what's on your mind. You got to say it. Don't beat around the bush.
Exactly. And basically, I'm gonna sum it all up, ladies and gentlemen. Like all my brothers say, hey, do you. Do you. If you do you and you think that you're right, stand on your right. Stand on your
That's it.
righteousness. Stand on
In
your
the famous
righteousness.
words
'Cause-
of Chuck Brown, whatever you do, big or small, do it well. Don't do it at all. Tell you right.
that's right. And
Let's
like I said
go for you
before,
dummies.
and like I said before, we here to entertain. We are entertainers. We are like these guys that you watch on the football field, like Tim Dahl say, hey, if you it's just entertainment. And that's what we're here for. We're not telling you right or wrong. We just telling you what we see. Like we see like that professor and Pharaoh see Michael Jordan being he is a great player. I see it a different way, but this is a conversation that you have. This is the conversation that you have. Like Tim Dahl said, this is the conversation that you have amongst each other. Friends could agree to disagree without getting into the fisticuffs. All right.
Right.
To the more.
Right. And to harp on, if y'all didn't hear the first section that we did before we had technical difficulties. If you don't vote, don't complain.
That's it.
If you do not get out there and vote your local elections, don't complain. Because we hear a lot of people talking about, well, Joe Biden ain't doing this, or if Trump was in office, he's not doing that, or he could do this, or Joe Biden could do this, or Obama did. If you didn't vote for your local elections, you're wrong, because that's where it starts at. If you don't vote, if you do not vote, do not complain. So the next person to come to me and say something about, and this is coming from the man, I'm not speaking for my brothers on this panel, I'm speaking for myself. If you come to me and say some ish about somebody's not doing something, the first question I'm going to ask you is, did you go out and vote?
That's right.
And if you say no, I'm gonna say I don't want to hear it. So
Hey, stage
so for
left.
all my brothers on this panel, hopefully, like I said, I'm not speaking for y'all.
I'm
speak for
agreeing
you.
with you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm agreeing with you.
For sure.
So from the man on the street,
And Pharaoh King,
Tim Dog from BMO
And-
Capital.
And the professor. Sorry, Tim, I didn't mean to step on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
and we are two cigars in a blunt, and the blunt is not here. That's my positive major. I should have had a poem for major.
Yeah.
Well, I got a poem. Major, my bad po boy. Hey, don't shoot me. This is my poem for my boy po boy. If it's snow outside, don't eat the yellow snow. All right.
that's more like a warning.
That's a warning.
That's it.
And we are
That's
two
a
cigars of the
takeaway.
Blood podcast, and we are out. Hey, hope you all had a blessed night. Hope you all had a good time with us, and we'll see you when we see you. And we out. Peace.
Everybody go up.
What's up?